Here's the truth. The things that worked for relieving stress when you were young and single, didn't have any kids, they just don't work anymore. Not because they were wrong, not because they were bad, but because you've changed. Your life has changed, and your nervous system is bearing the brunt of that change. When the baby's having a sleep regression, when the toddler can't seem to make it to the potty on time, when the laundry pile is looming and your marriage feels tense and uncertain or distant, here's something you have to know. Your brain will lie to you. It will literally tell you things that aren't true in an effort to keep you feeling safe and make sense of life in a familiar and a coherent way. But it will lead you astray. As a mom of almost 9 kids, I've been there myself. Dark days, angry days, confusing days, where the joy of motherhood is almost extinguished by this weight that's crushing the life out of you. That load, that weight, it actually has a name. It's called allostatic load. And basically it means the mental and physical and emotional wear and tear of the stress and strain of everything that your life puts on you. It's the price that you have to pay for constantly receiving new stresses without having resolved the old ones yet. So what does that have to do with lying minds? Well, here's the key. Under a heavy allostatic load, your mind will tell you lots of meanings, lots of replays and ruminations, lots of going back to understandings that you grew up with and messaging that you received before you even knew it was a thing. Some may be true, and I'll link a video about what to do in that case. But most of it won't actually help you get better or even feel better. It will just keep you stuck and spinning on a hamster wheel. And this is where we get to the wisdom of your body. The wisdom that you already have in you, that your body is trying to tell you how to heal your nervous system, to feel safe again, to face the day without tears. If you've ever stood at the sink crying because your back was turned to the kids and it wouldn't scare them, you know what I mean. And if you felt that, tell me about it in the comments. I know I'm not alone. So let me tell you what this means. What is your body telling you? How can you heal your nervous system and reset it with the wisdom that you already have? I'll give you the first key. As a good mom, if your baby has any of these symptoms, what would they need? Number 1, the first thing that we need is to cherish. When your toddler is feeling needy and she just follows you from room to room, plucking at your clothes, begging for your attention, asking for your help with every little thing, even things you know she can do, it can be so frustrating, literally mind-bending. But if you can slow down enough to stop, pick her up, and pour in that love and that attention, that awareness, it's amazing how far it can go to relieve her neediness, her whining. Believe it or not, your body actually does the exact same thing. Achy knees, flare-ups in your back, hormonal explosions out of nowhere, acne, breakouts, all of that is your body trying to get your attention. And what it's asking for is surprisingly simple, but incredibly difficult for most of us. While your instinct may be to just go harder, push through, make it happen regardless of what your body's crying for, feel shame or self-condemnation that you're not good enough or that you're needy. Remember, that's the tricky brain part. The wisdom of your body is telling you to slow down, to actually stop, to hold yourself tenderly. If you can pay attention and cherish yourself, acknowledge the hard work that you're doing, and pay attention to the load that you're carrying. This isn't to judge, this isn't to blame, or even to solve at first. This is simply to hold yourself in that warm regard and attention. It helps your nervous system move from running on cortisol or adrenaline, the feeling that everything is a danger to you and there's always an emergency about to happen, which gives you that anxious, busy, pressured feeling, like a buzz that followed by a crash, switches it over to running on oxytocin, which is actually the prime hormonal regulator for female mammals. And so that leaves you feeling peaceful and engaged and purposeful, with an energy to be protective when needed, but without having to crash from it, being nourished by it instead of being depleted by it. But that's only the first step. That's not all. Once you've had the chance to stop and listen and hold yourself, it's so important to go to the next step, which is nourish. When my son starts yelling, slamming things, speaking with harsh words or aggressive actions, it's tempting to get harsh and to insist on the appropriate behavior that I know he knows how to do. Honestly, it caused me to escalate right back at him. But by now I know better. If I can get some protein and like an apple into him without actually making it about that, very soon a mountain is back to being a molehill, and we aren't enemies anymore. Your body is doing exactly that same thing. It's asking to be nourished. Now, this is one that we misread all the time. Our brain takes what your body's asking for and changes the message. It tells you, well, what you really want is to eat the whole bowl of cookie dough or to polish off the rest of that ice cream. It can tell you that you need or you deserve this comfort food, whatever that means to you from your past, or it can flip into a very harsh and punitive place that says you need to deny yourself more, you need to suppress that more, you need to discipline that more. But what your body's asking for is nourishment, what it actually needs. So when you listen to that and you intentionally find and meet those specific needs, be they more protein, good fat, specific micronutrients or minerals like zinc or magnesium, or appropriate carbs, it doesn't just make you healthier. It literally heals your nervous system from the inside out. It gives you what you need to hold on to and increase your brain plasticity, which means instead of being rigid or overwhelmed or feeling stuck when facing similar challenges, you can be curious and creative to overcome those unproductive cycles and patterns you find yourself getting into. You're less likely to be stuck in the fog of mommy brain when you have the actual building blocks to give your brain what it needs. Also, since you literally make your happy neurotransmitters in your gut, how you nourish your body literally sets your mood and resets your nervous system. Now, this third one might be one of the hardest for many moms, but it is absolutely essential. Everybody knows that the whole family will pay if you get between the baby and his or her nap. But what we often forget or refuse to acknowledge in our culture in this day and age is that the same thing is true of the mama. There is so much basically telling us that we have to earn our worth, that we have to prove ourselves, that we have to get back out there and hustle. Even internally, a voice that says you have to take the chance before it's gone, make the most of every day. Our own minds do it to us. Remember that sneaky mind? That's it. Have you ever heard that little voice in the back of your head telling you should be doing more, you should be doing better, so-and-so seems like they've got it all together, so-and-so seems like they're getting their body back, you can rest after you whatever. It's never enough, is it? Tell me in the comments below what it is for you. What's that little voice telling you? I'm telling you, that's a lie. You don't have to earn rest. I have a whole video dedicated to that, and I'll link it at the end also. The reality is, without adequate rest, your nervous system is going to be fried. You might feel like I did at a certain point. Feel like you can take the fall. You can absorb the impact. You can be everything to everyone else and be the one who holds it together. But truthfully, it leaks out. When mama's not rested, everyone in your family deals with the fallout. You got to contradict that deception in your mind that says it's actually better for you to stay up late after everybody and get some me time. You have to stand up to the mental lie that it's more virtuous or right somehow to push yourself to get up early and strive for that 4 a.m. workout. If you're feeling numb, rageful, weepy, that's your nervous system crashing out. Listen to the wisdom of your body. Go to bed early. Wake up with the morning sun. And structure your day to have at least an hour of rest time, of quiet time, a nap if you can get it. A mother who just had her 7th child told me recently, I pushed so hard with my first children. I controlled so tightly. I tried so hard. With this baby, I'm finally calming down, slowing down, and taking it easier on myself and everyone else. Maybe I've finally learned that guarding my softness and rest finds peace more surely than chasing it frantically. Sleep, in particular, will reset your nervous system. And here's the fourth, the bonus one. And this is the fun one, because we can't always be strict and going down for a nap and eating all the things that we should. Sometimes that feels like the unfun part of being grown up. But I'll tell you, this fourth one is the fun part, and that's play. This, obviously, is the most fun way to reset your nervous system. A child without play is either bored, nervous, anxious, depressed, withdrawn, and apathetic, or out of control, bouncing off the walls, making trouble, aggressive, and aggravating and irritable. Your brain will tell you that play is a waste of time, that it's childish, it's useless, it's a waste of your energy. Your brain will also tell you that instead of playing, you actually need more information or you need to consume more entertainment. But honey, let me tell you, your body knows what it's asking for, and it's begging you to play again. When you truly let go and play, there is an embodied sense of felt safety that descends upon you. This is different from just knowing you're safe. This is different from rationalizing your safety. This is feeling safe. The tension in your nervous system unwinds. It releases like taking off a too tight bra at the end of the day. It moves you from the hypervigilance of unconsciously scanning for threat all day, and it relieves the adrenal fatigue that builds up as your allostatic load increases. One mom I know gets her playtime in by doing her nails. She loves to try out new materials, new technique, new designs, and it gives her great delight to have her nails done. It's not useful, it's not productive, it's not for anyone else. That is what makes it play. Another mom I know couldn't care less about having her nails done. In fact, she would hate to have her nails done all the time. But her play comes as she attends a weekly a cappella singing group and connects with other moms singing old Appalachian hymns together. Another loves to play community soccer, just pick up games at the local park. And another mom writes poetry. It's not what you do. It doesn't have to be impressive or huge. In fact, it probably won't be. It's not to be productive. It's not for anyone else. It does have to be freely chosen because it brings you joy. Play resets your nervous system in a totally unique way, apart from that biological urge to eat and sleep. Listen to your body. It is telling you exactly what you need to do to reset your nervous system as a mom. You're already doing it for your children so well. Do it for yourself, for them. As you give yourself the same care and attention that you're already giving your children, your nervous system will begin to reset. And that might be the greatest gift you can give those children of all. Check out my videos I've linked below on rest and creativity. And if you've done those things and you're still feeling like this is not coming together and the cloud just won't lift, go watch my video on the antidepressant hidden inside you. It might surprise you.